I know people who did everything right. They got a job, they went to school, they saved their money, they paid off credit cards, they stayed out of trouble, and they're still in a rough financial situation where essentially their life is going to be centered around paying bills while being heavily concerned about their future success or their personal future stability, I should say. Remember a few months ago, I told you I was apartment shopping. Like, I'm still kind of on that. Paying $2,000 or $2,500 a month for rent is affordable for me at least. But the problem I have is that, yeah, I could pay that, but I am one emergency away from entering poverty. So maybe I can't really pay that. Yeah, I could pay rent. I got insurance. I got other expenses. But if I get injured, this was fun. I was thinking about this last week too. I brought my dog to the vet last week, right? For his annual, right? My dog needed his, the annual stuff. And $580 with pet insurance that I'm already paying per month. Premium package. People don't even feel remotely safe anymore surviving off of even a $100,000 salary. It doesn't provide the same security anymore. One emergency will wipe you out. And again, I know people who did everything right, everything they were supposed to do. School, job, save money, pay off their credit cards. It's not working for them. $100,000 salary. And if you don't pay bills or have high independence, you're probably thinking while listening or watching this video, I don't know how someone can mess that up. $100,000. That's easy. If I made $100,000, I'll be rich. I'll be set. If you really think that, like, authentically, like you're not trolling, I could tell that you haven't done the math, or you haven't really been paying bills in your life at least. So $100,000 salary after federal, state, and payroll taxes, you're really bringing home about 72 a year, 72K. Even though your salary is 100K, you're bringing 72K a year. If you have an apartment and you're paying off utilities, the regular rent, if you got a house, a mortgage, whatever, groceries and other expenses, if you got a car, the insurance for that, the lease, gas, and other essentials, and the salary, right? You may have gotten that from school. You may have gotten that good salary for that 100K from school, right? Because you're a student. So student loans, right? Then you're probably going to be left with a decent amount per month. But that decent amount won't go good with covering emergency repairs, health deductibles, clothes, and then you don't really got much to save anyway. You got to really do the math on this stuff if you really think you'll genuinely be okay with a certain salary. So what's interesting is that, in my opinion, playing it safe is the risk here. Doing everything right is not the way to necessarily approach life right now. Maybe 20 years ago, but right now, you can keep crying about politicians though and the economy, right? But while you do that, there are people out there adjusting and figuring it out instead of stomping their feet about it and wiping crocodile tears off their face, which I honestly think contributes to why a lot of people haven't found any sort of success. They spend most of their lives or most of their time complaining about everything else besides educating themselves on how to navigate through this. And they'll just be on Reddit or Twitter complaining and harassing people, or going to marches in front of people's buildings, even though the person doesn't care about how you feel. Like, you stand out there in the cold right now, marching back and forth with, it could be rain outside, it's hot outside, you just standing out there, people just honking at you, people just driving by, you know what I'm saying? You think these people care? These people care about you, that you're in front of their place? They're not gonna lose any sleep at night. All you done is just spent your time complaining on social media, and just that whole time you could have been doing that. You could have been spent time researching how you could figure out how to survive in this current situation. Look, I'm kind of digressing. I'm all for voicing your opinion, but if there's no action attached to this, I'm genuinely in the opinion that you're just a bum. You're just waiting for other people to fix things for you as if they care to fix it for you. So what I started to do is that I figured out, I wouldn't say I figured out, I'm not waiting for anybody. Dude, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, certain people make life harder for me. Obviously, in terms of political, economic, whatever, yada, yada. Look, I get it. I feel like I talked about the dog thing. Okay, I'm paying dog insurance already, the premium. I got to pay $580 for an annual checkup for my dog. Like, what the heck? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, at least I get it. It's stuff like this. This is how they rob you, But what am I supposed to do? Ask for a refund? File a PayPal dispute? Like, even though they wasn't paid, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to just move, dude. You can't just sit there and just sob about it. So, first thing I started doing, I started changing this a while ago. I started putting my money in an investment account that moves with the economy. No, this ain't no stock market pitch. I'm not gonna say go invest in the stock market. You know what I'm saying? You can do that if you want to. Okay, I'm not gonna tell you what not and what not to do and what to do. Okay, I'm telling you what I did. I'm talking about a government firm. Look, if the US economy is going to cost more just to live here, you know what I'm saying? I'm moving my savings with it because we're in a high inflation environment. The money I put away, I can't access it immediately, okay? Be for real. But I have it as emergency buffer. If anything were to happen, I have money that has accumulated good interest that I could pull out because it moves with the economy. And again, we're in a high inflation rate, so you know that my money went up with the economy right now. It will take a day for me to get my money, but it's worth it for me. Also, I stopped doing this thing where I looked at money as something I owned. It's not my money. I don't own money. I may have X amount in my bank account. It's not my money. Every dollar is an investment to me now. This is how I'm picturing it now, or my ideology shifted. I don't go out buying fast food anymore. I don't. If I go out and I see, I wish I had that, or I'll go on Amazon. Oh, I should order that. Nah. This is not an investment. What am I going to do with that? You know what I'm saying? Play with it for like a week and that's it. You know what I'm saying? If I buy food, it's groceries because I'm going to cook. I got to spend it. You know what I'm saying? I got to spend the time cooking because when you cook, invest in some good eating food to take care of myself. I'm not spending money on video games anymore. I don't buy clothes or shoes like that anymore. I don't buy books because I know I'm not going to pick them up and read them. It's just there collecting dust in my room. I canceled all my subscriptions unless it served a purpose. Unless it was an investment that I actively needed. Does it save me time? Does it make my life more convenient? Is this cheaper than going out all the time and buying food? Do I even use this? Like, my money is not my money anymore. I am expecting, every time I see money in my bank account, I'm expecting all that money to go away. It's just about what's the flip on this. You can call me cheap, by the way. No, I'm investing my money into things that are not liabilities to my life. And if I have some extra money that I could put away to savings, I'm putting that right into that government fund I'm talking about. And the final thing I've been doing is that's been helping me survive. And don't get it twisted, by the way. Whoever's watching or you don't know me, I'm not rich, okay? I'm also in a state, like I mentioned earlier, I'm in a state where I'm one emergency away from, screwing everything up. But I'm not broke anymore. Big difference. Progress. I'd rather be here where I am now, where one emergency could make things difficult for me, but I ain't broke. Because being broke is the worst, okay? And the one thing that helped me, and this is the last thing, you may have noticed this in videos where I talk about what's going on in my life, right? If you've been watching my videos for years now, you may notice a very different thing now. You notice that I'm always talking about, like, I'm doing business with people, like, randomly. And this isn't me saying in this video, yo, whoever's watching, go find business and network. Man, I ain't gonna give you that. No, what I did was I found myself in the worst financial situations by relying on one income. If you have a job, man, you got to find another hustle at this point. Bro, I got my business. I've been running the same business for about 10 years now, right? And it's been surviving, it's been giving me the ability to not have a clocking job for a decade now, the business I've been running. But I can't just wait on one thing. Because businesses, they fluctuate. It's seasonal sometimes. Sometimes you make a lot of money one month. Next month, it's like, it's not looking too good. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I was saying, like, I can't do this anymore. I can't be out here. So now what I've been doing is, like, I've been asking, like, I've been doing contracting work. People want me to build their website or develop a phone app for them or software for them. Well, pay up, cuh. You want me to do this for you? You want my time? You got to invest into me. And then YouTube doesn't pay me that much, by the way. Like, I upload daily videos, obviously. So, like, I get a couple $100s a month. Like, look, bro, okay, a couple $100s a month. It's not rich money, but at least it's something. It's something. It adds to something. If I was just relying on my business, all right, well, sure. I don't think I'd be broke again, okay? I want my money now. It makes no sense anymore. I'm not waiting 2 weeks for someone, or if you get paid weekly, I'm not waiting though for 2 weeks for someone to pay me on a salary. I want my money now. Now. Stop playing with me. I'm not about to do all this work and expect someone else to take care of me. And they're probably underpaying me for the work too. No, it ain't. No. I'm getting my money here, and here for my money. Getting a job and expecting someone to pay your whole life, it's just, hey, you can pay me I listen, you can pay me, I'll be glad, but I'm not relying on you for my whole life. I'm always shopping for what I could do next for extra money, even when I'm comfortable with my money. I never want to be broke again. And see, again, you can do everything right like you were told to do, but it's still not enough. You just got to strategize differently now. The old way just isn't enough anymore. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Love you all. I'm out.